Summer is the best time of the year in Michigan.
It is.
Yes, it is.
I love my job, but who doesn't love my job in June,
Summer.
July, and August?
Summer, summer, summer. Hey everybody, and welcome to I Got This with Lex and MGP. I am Lex and I've been a personal trainer over the last 5 years. Martha has been my client for 3 years, and over that time she has lost over 50 pounds and changed her entire perspective on life. Join us each week as we dive into health, mindset, and everything in between. Hey everybody, and welcome back to I Got This pod. Today we're going to be talking about summer.
What about summer, Lex?
I don't know. Guys, we are on our 3rd episode and we're just here doing the damn thing. I'm not going to lie. I think podcasting is hard sometimes. I think people think it's easy, but it's not.
Yeah.
Because you run out of topics. And let's talk about the nitty-gritty of it.
Mm-hmm. What would that be?
You run out of topics. You run out of topics.
Which is hard because we never run out of things to say, usually.
I do.
Yeah, we do actually.
Yeah. And you
When
get
we were stretching last night, you looked at me and said, I got nothing. I
Yes.
said, me neither.
And you know what? Sometimes you have to be like, it's okay to say nothing.
Yes.
But because we're podcasting, it's not okay to
No,
say
We
nothing.
can be comfortable in our silence together, but not on air.
Not on air. And I think that's the funny thing. I don't think people think it's easy. I think people thinks it's cool. But I think the hard part is too after hours of podcasting. Now, the hard thing about podcasting after like a few hours, because we gotta do a few episodes. If you have a co-host, which we have co-hosts, obviously, host 1 and host 2.
Yeah.
Who is host 1 and host 2?
I think you're one.
I'm not 1.
You're one.
You're number 1.
I like being like the color commentator on the side.
I'm the color.
It's Lex and MGP.
This is shocking news. Anyways, we're moving on. Let's just be 1 and 1.
All right, 50-50. Everybody gets a trophy, millennial.
Shut up. Anyways, so I think like the number one, if you're doing it with somebody else, you have to stay consistently meeting up.
Yeah.
We live 45 minutes away from each other.
Yeah. We figure it out.
I think it's cool. And then, but if I did try creating a video last week. We're not talking about summer. We're talking about this, by the way.
We'll come back to something.
If we do, this is a good topic.
It is.
I'm sure, I don't know if you guys like have ever thought about it, but I created like a video. I was like, maybe I'll do daily Lex talks for our listeners. And it's just like awkward talking to yourself.
No, you have to have a co-host. I don't know how the people do it by themselves.
No, or like somebody you're interviewing or like, it's just, I don't know. If you guys have your own podcast, please let me know. It's kind of awkward. I was literally talking to the camera and like, you say as much as you want to say and then you're like done.
Yeah. There's no banter. There's
nothing
questioning.
to feed off of.
Right. I mean, that's honestly part of the thing.
Yeah.
We feed off each other for sure.
And I also think you make me feel way more comfortable, like being myself. Like, I feel like if I'm not myself, you would call me out and be like,
what are you doing?
Yeah. And I call you out.
All
the
time. Yes, absolutely. I appreciate that.
Good. I'm glad. Why are you talking like that?
Those are some of our best videos.
I think they are.
Exactly.
I'm like, what are you doing? But you put on like this face.
Right.
And then like, if there is a camera like this, I keep looking at myself or whatever, because you want to check how you look or yeah, I think. And then the other thing is we've been, pivoting into like making time. So May has been a really busy month for the both of us.
Yeah. Sometimes that just happens. And it seems like for both of us, our schedules get busy at the exact same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's just like there are seasons where everybody's like insanely busy.
Oh, look, we brought it right back to summer
seasons. Busy summer.
Look at us transition like pros.
Pivot and pivot again. Wow, nice. Look at that. Wow. But if we were really good at it, you wouldn't know we were pivoting back to summer.
We wouldn't tell you that.
Yes.
We wouldn't announce it.
We wouldn't announce. And we're back to summer.
Hey, it's only episode 23.
I know.
But hey, it's episode 23.
But hey, it's episode 23. I think that's cool too. That like, I think we're so disciplined in other areas, like eating healthy, getting our workouts in. I'm good at doing like going to bed on time and doing the hard thing generally in terms of lifestyle, but doing the hard thing like this, something that we're like, let's just see where we go. you know what? I think when I'm doing something consistently, my thought process is, but what if I kept going?
Mm-hmm.
And where would I what if I kept going? Where would I get if we kept going?
So this makes me think of a quote that once you become fearless, life becomes limitless.
I love that.
And I think that we've gotten a little bit fearless with this because I think in the beginning, speaking for myself, and maybe I'm speaking for you a little bit,
Yeah.
but we were like a little bit like, what will people think of us doing this podcast? And not even that they were judging us, just like, how's this going to be received?
Exactly. I think I was afraid of saying things that are not correct. I'm still afraid of saying things, and I'll like tell you to clip, like, I don't know if that was right. Can you please like delete that? Or like, I'm still afraid of being somebody who's a professional and saying, whoa, that professional, like, that's not the right opinion. Like, that's not right. What you're saying is not factual, or it's just stupid. One of the biggest feedbacks that my mentor has given me is talk less, say less. It's like, you just say too much. And I think I'm afraid of saying way too much, but when you're on a podcast, you're just going to talk. So here we are.
It's kind of the focus.
I know, but I mean, just say less like stupid stuff, basically.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Needless information that people don't need to know. That was my fear.
Yeah. Right. You don't want to ruin your reputation as a professional.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
I mean, for me, I'm just the client.
You're not just the client.
Well, I'm clearly the
You're the client. No, I'm just kidding. No, I love all of my clients equally.
Okay, Mom.
I know. Do you have to say that to your children?
My actual children or my students?
I guess both. I don't know.
So my older one always tells the younger one that I've loved him longer.
You have.
And that is factual. And then he says, longer is more.
He's not wrong. I always wonder, like, for my mom, who's my favorite. She loves us all so much in such different ways.
Yeah.
My big brother, he was her first.
Right. She loved him the longest.
She has loved him the longest. I am the middle and the only girl, so I'm her best friend.
So there's that.
And then my little brother is the baby, and I mean, the baby's
the baby.
It's the baby.
Enough said.
I think she loves him the most. Can you have a favorite kid? Are you allowed to?
I suppose. I mean, I'm not going to commit to that.
You are really good at this game. Anyways, going back.
Bet him on for a little bit.
Really good at this game. Anyways. But no, I think you're right. We've become pretty fearless.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's translated. Both of us have tried to emulate that in everything we do in our lives.
Yeah.
And I think it's translated into this as well. I mean, for me, would I have taken on doing a podcast 3, 4, 5 years ago? No.
Right.
I would have been afraid to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my goodness, people are going to judge me. What are they going to think? Who do I think I am?
Yeah.
Now I'm like, you know what?
I'm
This
going
is
to
who
do
I am.
it.
I'm going to do it. People listen or don't.
You know, it's so funny. I don't think I've ever, this sounds silly. I just don't want it to come off that way. I've never really been afraid of much. It sounds silly, but like, I would have done this 5 years ago with less knowledge, and it would have ruined my brand. It would have ruined the knowledge that I now have.
You would have jumped in unprepared, maybe?
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's always been who I am. It's like, I don't care if I know how to do it. I can do it, and I'm just going to do it. Which, like, there's that, you know, would you rather do something when you're not ready and do it not right? Or would you rather do something when you're more mature and might come off a way that, like, you would rather the world see you? I don't know. So
I think there's pros and cons to both.
yes, I agree. 100%.
But if you'd done it 5 years ago, you wouldn't have had me as a co-host.
Exactly. I don't think 5 years ago I would have done it. Actually, I would have said I would have, but like, I wouldn't have anybody keeping me accountable, and I would have tried and I would have failed.
Well, and that's part of having a partner with this as well.
That's what I love, is that we're staying consistent together. I don't think if I did this alone that I would stay consistent. There's just no way. I've done a lot of projects that I jumped into unprepared. So going back to that,
I mean, we didn't realize how much work this was going to be, or not, you know, the level of work or commitment it would take. So there is that. And you're right. I know I have a commitment to you to have an episode publishing every Monday.
Exactly.
So we have to figure it out.
Yeah.
And, a week ago we had to do it via phone late at night
Oh my God.
with our headphones on. We were both super tired, but we did it.
We did it. And I think it is cool to see like our discipline paying off in so many different ways. And it's Friday night tonight and we both have a busy weekend. We just won't be able to see each other for the next 3 weeks. So we're like, we got to do this.
And we both, it was kind of funny because I think you said, well, it's Friday. And I'm like, I know it's Friday. And you're like, well, what are you doing? I'm like, well, nothing. What are you doing? You're like, nothing.
And I was like, nothing.
So I guess just because it's Friday doesn't mean we can't do it.
Exactly. So I guess it's cutting into my nothing time.
Same with me.
Yeah. Right. No, like it's not, no, it's like, I would rather be doing this. And when you walked in the door today, I was like, what a great way to spend my night. Like I
did bring you yummy food.
You did. Oh, the food was freaking phenomenal. Thank you. Oh my God. It was so good.
She was so excited to see me.
With the loads of food in her hand. But no, I think that it's cool because you realize like when you realize like you're like, I'm not really doing anything anyways, why not spend your time again bettering yourself, aiding into the world in some way? Like why not just do this type of thing, right?
Exactly. So we're trying something, and that was kind of what we talked about in the last episode is, are you making a decision based on who you want to be or not?
Exactly.
And we decided we wanted to try this challenge.
Yeah.
So we made the decision tonight to do this based on where we want to go and what we want to try.
It's kind of cool. And I hope it does continue to spread in all areas of our life. Like I think it is. I think the more we practice to do things that we're like completely, again, so if you listen to our last few episodes, number one, it's out of our routine. It's changing it up.
It feels like we've been doing this a while, but we really just started January 1st.
I know. So it's about 6 months ago.
I mean, I guess we recorded the first couple like in the middle of December, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how far we've come. We've got video now. We have microphones. I love them. I do feel really professional with these things in my hand.
Well, and we figured even out how the tech stuff, like how to edit the stuff better. We figured out how to balance better. I mean, we've
how to
just
put reels up,
how to put the social media up, how to promo better. We're just, I think we're learning skills, not only just for our podcast, but just for life in general.
Yeah. Because this part of life is not going anywhere at all.
No.
Which I'm very excited about. So no, I think I'm happy we've taken on this journey. I'm definitely excited to see where it goes. What if?
Yeah. And it's crazy to me when people at the gym, let's say, will recognize me and say, oh, you're Lex's co-host.
I know. I love it. It makes me so happy.
I mean, they know who you are because you're there.
Yeah, because I'm there.
But yeah, when they figure out, wait a minute.
I know you.
Yeah. Or they recognize like my voice. That's what was funny.
They look, they hear you and they like over their shoulder look quickly. Which is
or like
so
you
cool.
and I were training together. The two of us were together, and someone else, another member, she popped in and was like, great show, lady.
I know. That was so cute. It was really cute.
Yeah.
I think it's a really cool challenge for us. But I think what I really respect is that you kind of said at one point, okay, well, either shit or get off the pot.
Yeah. Because you were talking about this for a long time.
I was like,
well, it started, didn't it? Like,
it started as a
joke, real kind of thing you wanted to do.
Yeah. Well, because I'm always in my head, like, how do I build my brand? How do I build my brand? And there were things that you would say in our sessions. I was like, this, like the world needs to hear this. And I was like, we should do a podcast. We should do a reel. Like I should interview you or something like that.
Yeah.
And I would bring it up as a joke. And then you took it seriously by saying like, hey, I kind of figured out how to do this. Are we going to do it or are we not going to do it?
So either we're doing it or stop talking about it.
Exactly. And that's where that like, and I'm that person also just knowing myself where I'll just throw out like, I'm going to be doing this. And then either start the project and don't finish, or start the project, or just don't start the project. Right. And so like, I think that's where this partnership came into like,
well, we have different strengths and weaknesses, which is good. So it plays off.
It does.
Yeah.
Which is cool. So
yeah, that's exactly how it took off.
Yeah.
Kind of funny.
I'm grateful for that. Like I really am.
Yeah. And then people were like, you're doing what?
I know.
Wait, who?
A lot of people don't know that we still have this. Like a lot of my clients don't know. I'm waiting for like the right time to be like, to blast it to everybody. which maybe that's now, but
no, but it's amazing to me too. I mean, I thought we'd have like 3 people listening, maybe, like our moms and
I
whatever.
know,
But
I doubt my mom even listens consistently. She might not.
But
I was like, Mom, did you even listen to last week's episode?
But it cracks me up because we do get demographic reports and things, and the fact that where I'm like, hey, Lex, did you see we just got listeners in Canada,
Mexico, we're worldwide.
We're on 5 different continents now.
Do you know that Step Brothers show, or what do they say? Records worldwide.
Yeah,
something like that.
But summer, hey, how about that?
Anyway, so this is where the topic went, and here's where we are now. Guys, we are grateful for you guys listening and just staying along with this journey with us.
But I guess hooking it back to summer, be on the lookout. We've got some surprises in store come summer.
I don't know what they are, but
it's a surprise.
I guess we do. Guys, thanks for listening, and we will see you next Monday.
I got this. Thanks for joining us. If you enjoyed what you heard, please go to wherever you listen to podcasts and give us a 5-star rating. Also, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook at I Got This Pod. See you next week. And remember, I got this.